I do all I can, I think I can be close to perfect. Kevin, he's putting in the work to get as close as he can. Back to you.
He is indeed, D.A. Thank you. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Adams is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Ingram in at the 3. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with the beast. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Suns. And the pass to Hayes. Now Bledsoe. Adams trying to free himself up. No good from Bledsoe. Here are the Lakers with the ball. A nice shot by Roberts.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Pelicans. Here's the floater. Good D by Drummond.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Rubio following the basket by LeBron James. Can't get it to fall.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Rubio. He picked up 12 points in their last one against Houston.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
And last year on draft night, it was Hayes who rocked that Sideshow Bob necklace with 1,000 stones, and his nickname, Sideshow Jax.
Well, I love the nickname, but I love the potential of what it is that Jackson Hayes can bring to a ball club that needs a center to be able to run up and down and play at pace and play above the rim.
And here's Rubio. Following the 3 from Eric Bledsoe. Poked loose. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession. Here's Schroeder. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Davis. Count that one.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Now here's Rubio. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. He kicks to Ingram. 6 on the shot clock.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Roberts, and he goes in for the dunk.
And how about that? Snuck in off the baseline and then the sensational reverse.
How pretty was that? Athletic basketball with a little bit of flair mixed in. Now here's Adams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Ingram. No good that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
So both teams changing it up here. Pelicans trail by 5. Pass to Hernan Gomez. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Great open look there.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Passes it to Horton Tucker. And there's the pass to Roberts. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Kuzma. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
I think a lot of people were surprised by that result, because on paper, you didn't think that that game would be that competitive.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Beast. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at, where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. He's out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Suns was a driven man. He picked up 26 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Another outstanding outing, something that's become more and more commonplace for him. Bring it back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Pelicans trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
No good on the quick 3. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Roberts. Bledsoe passes to Rubio. Kicks it to Adams. Schroeder against Rubio. Pass to Nunley. 5 on the clock. Bledsoe for 3. LeBron grabs the miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Buries it from 3-point range.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's covered closely. And it's blocked by Roberts. And they'll keep possession. And that one drops. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Roberts. Drummond passes to Roberts. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. The Lakers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
One shot.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's Numley. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Now here's Bledsoe. He had 10 points in the win against Houston. Rubio outside. Back to Bledsoe. Adams finds Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. Looking to end his cold spell. Missed inside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Oh, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for New Orleans. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Shot to stop the run. That one, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Alexander Walker passes to Hart. And they get it. And the layup is up and in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
That bucket in no time at all. Roberts got a pair of triples in the second now for the Lakers. Pelicans really having a tough go here. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Fades and shoots. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marc Gasol is checked in for Andre Drummond. Harrell comes in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Roberts. He's got 13. Oh, Kuzma's in position.
Really good activity there in that pick and roll. Kuzma, a real strong sense for what he needs to do in those sets.
Here's Hart. He's guarded by Roberts. A floater. A rebound by the Lakers. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish is angry. And Gasol sends it back. And he's able to get it back. For three. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Knocks it loose. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first half. Yep, that one goes in there. And that's 17 points for the Beast.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Ingram outside. All by himself. Here's... Whoa! And that's a rugged play.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And so it's Los Angeles in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly. 30. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So for New Orleans right now, we've got Hayes. Ricky Rubio is out there at Bledsoe. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Ingram in at the small forward. Here's Roberts, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that one, good.
Like to see that as Ingram hits a shot from the mid-range. It's going to open some things up.
Davis finds Roberts. Outside for Davis. Roberts passes to Davis. Here's Roberts, guarded by Bledsoe. Clock at 4. Bledsoe comes over to help. Here's Drummond. Second shot opportunity, and it's finished off by Schroeder as he lays it in. Schroeder's got 10 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Ingram outside. Outside for Bledsoe. Ingram trying to get open. No good from Bledsoe.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And James throws it down.
Nice to see LeBron have a straight line drive. Somebody fell asleep there.
And here's Bledsoe. He's got 7. Shoots the 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Now here is Davis. He's got 9. Roberts passes to Schroeder. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Rubio, the pass to Hayes. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Tipped away. And it's the Lakers on the break. Roberts dishes to James. That one goes in.
Power personified right there in number 23, LeBron James. Wow.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Swap here for the Lakers. The Pelicans have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Caruso kicks to Roberts. Oh! And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's how to throw it down with a flourish. Guys, windmill that baby home.
Oh, you're right. And he does it on the reverse just for good measure.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Roberts. He's got 21. Passes it to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Harrell in ideal position and then rises back up and then able to jam it down.
Ingram outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes, and what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Teams will make substitutions. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Morris is out there with Matthews, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's the Beast, and it's Caruso in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
He's just such a bulldog out there in terms of his mentality. Eric Bledsoe can get assertive, and when he does that, it raises the level of play for the entire team.
Now here's Bledsoe, following the miss by Wesley Matthews.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Roberts. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Bledsoe. Here's Rubio. Good work defensively by Gasol.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Matthews passes to Caruso. A nice shot by Roberts. Roberts got 23 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Hernan Gomez against Gasol. Rubio with a wide open look. No good from outside.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs. That always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because now I think they're onto something. If we could get that, but in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer.
Now you can see why there's so much talk about Bledsoe being physical on display there.
Bledsoe comes over to help. There's the pass to Morris, taken away by Hayes. Bledsoe right side, and the basket by Rubio.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. First free throw is good. New Orleans making some changes here. Gabriel's checked in, and it's Marshall in for Eric Bledsoe. Marshall with it. Pass to Adams. Here's Numley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, if I got 100, 200 million invested in the guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Here's Roberts. Here's the teardrop, and the shot goes in. Roberts got 7 points here in this quarter.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
.146 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Marshall. He's covered by Matthews. Marshall passes to Nunley. Clock at 6. Adams dishes to Marshall. Shoots over Matthews.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Beast.
Now, serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
.56 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he gets the bucket. Here's Caruso. Takes a 3. No good on that one. New Orleans with the ball. And even 3-on-3 break. Wandu passes to Nunley. Good D by Matthews. And here is Los Angeles now. Inside. He kicks it to Roberts. Shot clock at 6. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Pelican substitution. Number 13.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control.